No one's safe in the building. Nobody's safe. Nobody's except Annie. Except Annie and Jody. Jody's safe too. Okay, real quick, just on the injury front, Jonah's still getting some tests done on the knee, so I should have more information. You guys will have more information in the middle of the week. Max is in concussion protocol. And then, I know Zave Weaver didn't play, but he should be on the practice field this week too. So other than that, pretty good.
You mentioned yesterday that you thought Beach played pretty well. When you look back on the film, did that confirm what you?
Yeah, he probably wants a couple plays back, but I thought he went in there and versus two pretty good edge rushers did a good job for us.
What did Max get hurt?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. Whenever they called down, I think that's when we got him out of the game. I knew about it in the fourth quarter. I think at the very end there, they said Max is going to be down. So.
Coach, how tough was that plane ride home last night, knowing that you likely had that game in the bag and then ended up losing at the end?
Well, I have a difference of opinion had it in the bag. I know we're up 14 points there, but that was early in the game, Craig. They're always disappointed when they lose. And, the meetings today, we watch the tape and correct the tape and look at it, and here's what we did good, here's what we did bad, and felt like we have to clean up mistakes, but things that we felt like we thought our expectation was we're going to get a couple of these things done. We didn't get them done. So it's a learning experience. I wouldn't say we're disappointed, but they're upbeat today, ready to go to work today. They did a good job today.
Yeah, having said that, do you kind of go like, okay, look, we were hung with this team in hostile territory. They're not really top.
Yeah, it's a good team on the road. You know what I mean? They don't lose a lot at home. But, I think that our guys see, just a couple plays here or there. There wasn't any point in that game where we didn't think we're going to win the game, even when it wasn't going great there for, kind of that last part of the second quarter. Into the middle of the third, there's, if you believe in momentum, it swung a little bit where they were scoring points and we weren't. But then we got back in the game and had the ball twice there, I think, in the last 6 minutes with a chance to take the lead and win the game. So good, hard-fought game. Need to make a couple more plays, need to coach a little bit better, but enthused that everything's correctable and we can improve from this game.
It's something you can build off of.
Absolutely, yeah.
Seeing from your vantage point on DJ's return for the touchdown?
He looked fast and he pinballed off of two guys. But yeah, he ripped through at about the 30 or 35 there and banged off a couple guys, and it looked like he was moving fast to me from my vantage point. But obviously a huge play in the game for us. We went from down to 11 with 8 and change to down to 3 immediately. I thought Jeff did an excellent job with that scheme that we ran. And the other 10 guys blocking for him did some good things on it, but that was a big-time play.
With the aid of film, how would you assess how Tyler played in the second half?
With the aid of film, the 2 3 and outs, it's hard to get in rhythm and get it going a little bit, but I thought he operated well, and then we drove down there, got some points, and he put us in position with a chance, gave us a chance to win the game.
Do you think he was a little too reliant on Dortch?
No, I wouldn't say that, Jody. I think, the one that I know a couple plays, maybe what you're asking about, that's where the ball should go. You know what I mean? So that's where he's putting the ball where it should go. So, but all 10 guys and him got to do their job to make sure it's a positive play for us.
Plane rides home, are they a different experience for you, win or lose, coming from like California versus coming back from New York?
It's longer. But no, honestly, I don't mind them because it gives me a chance to watch the tape, all 3 phases, normally twice with the coordinators before I watch it with the groups today. So you use the time wisely. But it was a long flight, and we got rerouted, turbulence, so it was a little longer than normal.
Roy said that on the plane ride that Buddha got up and started talking to a handful of the guys. I'm sure you're not surprised to see the leaders right away leading. Yeah,
they watch the tape and then talk about it, and they got their iPads out, watching. How about this play? Oh man, what about this play? We got to get this corrected, just like the coaches do.
One of the things you were glad to see is the lack of penalties, especially there was none called on the offense in the game.
Yeah, no pre-snap penalties in a hostile environment is pretty good. not a lot of negative plays. So, I thought, though, when I say that, the difference between 2 yards on a run and 5 yards on a run is critical. I think the offense knows we left some of those yards out there because I thought in the first half we played third down, third and manageable, third and shorter. You hit a check down for an explosive. If it's 3rd and 10, that's probably not the call that's called. I thought in the second half, though, we got behind the sticks a little bit. Not behind the sticks, meaning 3rd and long, but 8, 9, 10. So we just got to do it better. It's hard to convert a lot of those, especially on the road versus a good defense, So we got to make sure we stay on schedule there. That's a good point, Howard.
You mentioned the 2 3 and outs. There was 1 2 and out in the second half with a fumble. Turnover. How much pressure is that put on the defense then to get back out there because there's not much time to rest between series?
Yeah, I wouldn't say pressure, Craig. I would say, that they put the ball down after a takeaway, got home to a field goal there. That's our mindset jogging on. So, I thought our defense, because there was a couple times some short fields there, but that doesn't matter. You go out and execute the call.
I know you and the players talked a lot about Josh Allen making some plays and getting out, and I know you don't want that, but for him to do that, it seemed like you guys were getting some pressure at times. Were you happy? Okay, you weren't able to finish because he was able to do some of those things that Josh Allen does, but were you happy with the initial pressure that you had?
Yeah, I thought we had enough opportunities to, especially in known pass, to affect him. I think we got to capitalize on more opportunities, whether that be a game, whether that be getting on the right person in the, as a low cross or a check down, or bringing him down, or not fouling, or a free runner, get him on the ground. You know what I mean? So we just collectively got to coach and play a little bit better.
I was going to say, is there a way to play good defense without getting those game-changing sacks and interceptions, or does that have to happen to be successful?
Like in general?
Yeah, just.
Yeah, I honestly was just talking about it. You see, you start watching games now because you're doing different things for your team, and obviously we're studying LA now. But throughout the week, we watch different games. I do, at least, and some other people do. And it's versus it's the ball goes up and down the field. So I guess what I'm saying is when you have those opportunities to capitalize and force a punt or a turnover or make them kick a field goal in the red zone, you got to capitalize on them. Because good offenses are good. They're good for a reason, So we got to, keep the score down a little bit more, and there's all kinds of different ways to do that. I thought we had enough opportunities on defense on 2nd and 3rd down, known pass, to keep some points off the board, which we have to get corrected.
How do you guys played against the edges on both sides?
How so, Josh?
How you defended the edges?
How we defended the edges, like in the run game?
Run game, pass game, just kind of
run game, fast flow, perimeter attack runs, I thought were good. And then probably in the pass game, we got to keep them bottled up a little bit more.
When it comes to a guy like Marv, who wants to do well, has probably always done well, what do you tell him?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Marvin will be fine. He'll get back at it and go to work. But no one's going to put more expectation and pressure and I'm a loss for words right now. Expectation or pressure or him want to do well than himself. You know what I mean? So he'll be perfectly fine.
How important the numbers with him? We talked about the numbers with him, but did you get a chance to zero in on how he performed, whether it was route running or other phases of the game?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I mean, Buffalo did a lot to take him out of the game.
How important was it to just get him that ball back on the next after the drop?
No, that was good, but that wasn't scripted. That's where that was the next call, and that's where the ball went. You know what I mean? So it was good to see him, touch it right there, but that's not the reason why he called that play.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you Wednesday.